Hey guys, it's Michael. Welcome back to Michael in the Morning. Today is Friday, September 11th, 2020, and this is your second stimulus check and second stimulus package update. We have a lot of very important information to go over, some good news and some bad news. In today's video, we're first going to go over how a stripped down stimulus package proposed by Senate Republicans was rejected 52-47 yesterday in a procedural vote to determine whether the Senate would consider the bill moving forward. Then we're going to go over how after the vote, McConnell on Thursday said it was Democrats who were responsible for the stalled relief, arguing that a smaller package would have provided help to those who need it, and now it didn't pass because of the Democrats. On the other hand, Nancy Pelosi also came out after the vote and she blamed it on the Republicans. Next up, we're going to go over how after the chamber failed to move forward and pass this bill, senators voiced skepticism that any bill would be made before the election. With the election coming up, this is a huge part in whether we will see a second stimulus package. However, finally, we're going to go over good news because many senators, including Richard Shelby and Chuck Schumer, they both said that all hope was not lost yet for a second stimulus package and that they are very hopeful that a bill will pass. We're going to go over exactly what they are expecting from a bill, when they are expecting it, and more. But before we get started, it would really mean a lot if you could like the video down below and subscribe to my channel. It's completely free to do so, and right now it says about 50% of you watching are not subscribed. So if you'd like to stay up to date on the stimulus checks, the news, and the stock market, well then please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget, you can get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below, and get $5 immediately when you download the Acorns investment app as well. So, a stripped down stimulus package proposed by Mitch McConnell and Senate Republicans was rejected yesterday 52-47 in a procedural vote to determine whether the Senate would consider the bill. The lack of action is likely to add more anxiety to tens of millions of Americans already facing financial stress. Senate Democrats blocked this $300 billion stimulus bill on Thursday, dampening the prospects Congress will pass much needed support for Americans before the November election. So this Republican proposal, dubbed the Delivering Immediate Relief to America's Families, Schools, and Small Businesses Act, included additional unemployment benefits for out-of-work Americans, funding for schools, and liability protections for businesses and healthcare facilities. The bill was defeated 52-47. 52 senators said yes, they should pass it, and 47 said no. So while this may seem good, it did not meet the 60 votes needed to break the Democratic filibuster, which is a mechanism requiring 3/5 of the chamber to agree to end the debate and allow a final vote. So ultimately they needed 60 votes. Even though a majority of senators said yes to it, they still didn't meet the 60 number. The way the votes were, Democrats were united in opposing the legislation. All of them voted no for the bill, and Republicans voted all in favor and yes of the bill, except one Republican senator named Rand Paul. After the vote, McConnell on Thursday, he came out and said it was Democrats who were responsible for stalled relief, arguing the smaller package would provide help to those who need it, and because of the Democrats, now they won't receive this stimulus. He came out on Twitter and said that every single Senate Democrat just voiced against hundreds of billions of dollars of virus relief. He said that Democrats blocked money for schools, testing, vaccines, unemployment benefits, and the payment protection program. He said their goal is clear: no help for American families before the election. In addition to Mitch McConnell, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi also voiced opposition for the proposal, and in a statement after the vote on Thursday, she said it was Republicans who were aiming to block the relief for Americans' needs. She said that even now, as the virus burns through our nation, President Trump's Republican enablers in the Congress want to help him by playing it down instead of getting families the scale of the help that they really need. So she says that they're simply not passing a large enough bill, and that is why we're not seeing more stimulus. Moving on, after the chamber failed to move forward and pass the bill, a couple of senators voiced skepticism that any movement would be made on relief before the November election. Senator Chuck Grassley from Iowa said that while talks may continue between White House and Democrats, it appears very unlikely that more financial relief would reach American households before November. He explained that it looks like they don't want to get an agreement, and if they don't want to sit down and talk, I think that they believe they're going to have a political victory in the election, but it's going to be a loss for the American people, and it's going to hold billions of dollars out of the pockets of Americans. He goes on to say, and so my guess is, as of now, unless Pelosi changes her mind, talks to the White House, there's not going to be anything done, and it's very sad. In addition, Senator Pat Roberts explained how along with the virus pandemic, we have a pandemic of politics, explaining that the path forward appears very bleak. He said how it's sort of a dead-end street and very unfortunate, but that is what it is right now. However, in addition to this skepticism on a bill passing, there also is a lot of very good news from many senators, including Senator Richard Shelby from Alabama, who chairs the Senate Appropriations Committee, and he said all hope was not lost, even though it may look that way right now. He told reporters, you never know around here in Congress. Sometimes things look bleak, and then they revive and so forth, and we could see a bill pass very quickly. He says when they want to agree on something, it can pass very quickly. In addition to Richard Shelby, a very important player in negotiations with Chuck Schumer is also very hopeful about more stimulus moving forward. Good news is that Chuck Schumer said that there's a good chance Republicans will feel the pressure to pass a new bill. And once Republicans see that Democrats are not going to fold on this bill, and because it didn't pass the Senate, the pressure will mount on them, and he believes now that the bill was rejected in the Senate, we can ultimately expect a bigger bill proposed and passed that addresses the issues of millions of American people. Schumer explained how when the Senate Republicans start their campaign trails and when they hear from Republican mayors, governors, Republican hotel owners, Republican restaurant owners, they're going to say, do something that helps us. Pass a bill that actually helps our businesses. Otherwise, why are we voting for you in the first place? And Chuck Schumer believes that these statements will motivate Republican senators to come back to the table, get a bigger bill proposed, and ultimately we can see a bigger bill in the coming weeks. So anyways, that is just a quick update on the second stimulus check and second stimulus package. We have some good news, some bad news, but ultimately right now there are still a lot of senators that believe we are going to see a bigger stimulus package. It's just a matter of time coming up to the election. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to get your 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below, and get $5 immediately when you download the Acorns investment app as well. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like the video down below, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.